Welcome back to Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous Enhanced Edition. Now we are in the Defender's Heart Inn, yes. And we've done the important conversations in this floor, so let's head down to the basement where we are going to meet another companion. Right, let's loot stuff.
Hey, Chief! Hey, Dreamboat, come over here! I want to talk to you about something. Something really important.
Quit bothering the decent people in here, Woljif, or I'll knock your teeth out!
What's it to you, Delvin Dum-Dum? You were told to guard me, and I'm not stopping you. But no one told me I had to shut my trap.
Who are you?
Woljif. Woljif Jefto. I deal in useful things. I can get you whatever you want. Anything. But there's just one problem.
The Tiefling rattles his chains and gives you a meaningful look. And why are you in chains?
Does it really matter? Don't get hung up on the past, Chief. Don't look to the future. Live in the here and now.
Well...
He was caught thieving.
Your shadow. What was that?
Get me out of here and I'll tell you. And don't worry, it's not contagious.
Right, what do you want from me?
I'll lay it out for you. Simple job, 30 minutes tops. We go someplace, talk to someone, and in return, whatever you want, I'll get it for you. Some extra rations? No problem. Armor, weapons, scrolls, you name it. It's as good as yours. If you need my help with something, whistle and I'll be there. I'm handy enough with knives too, and even my magic know-how isn't too shabby.
What a load of guff! If you were good at magic, you wouldn't be stuck in here now, would you?
Don't you listen to him, Chief. He'd find fault with the Queen herself. I'll be useful to have in battle, and I'll sell whatever you want at a reasonable price. It's your lucky day. You won't meet another gem like me in Canabras.
I can't help you while you're chained up here. How can I free you?
That's easy. You know Irabeth? Feisty looking gal, always wears armor. You can't miss her. She's the meanest fighter in the whole city. When you see her, put in a good word for me, will ya? Tell her there's this guy Woljif locked up for no good reason in the Defender's Heart. Well, for the follies of his youth. And he really wants to get out on bail so he can keep up his good behavior and make a contribution to society. You got that? Will you do it?
I need to think about it.
Well, think fast. I'm already losing feeling in my legs sitting here.
Fine. I'll help you.
I knew I could count on you. Knew it the moment I laid eyes on you.
We'll talk later. There'll be more things to loot. This one, and this one, I think. Apparently that wasn't it. That one is down. I don't remember the solution here. Now all three of them are in the up position. Down. Down. No. Take this one up again. This one down. Am I missing something here? Might have to remove the shield first. Although I don't think so. I mean, there's not that many possible combinations now, is there? Okay. This is getting annoying. Alright, hold on then. Jeesh. Okay, so apparently this one should be up. This one should be up. That one should be down. And then the pressure plate should work. No. It says... Wait. This one should be down. Now the pressure plate should work. No. The first lever is right below the torch. It should be down. I managed to take it up. How about now? So this one is down. That one should be down. And this one should be up. Did that modify any of the others? No. How about now? There we go. Sheesh. It used to make a sound. They removed the sound. So if you want to read this, it's a bit of a story about the shrine we are in. And that helmet should be a headband of alluring charisma, which we are going to equip immediately, because that's 2 extra charisma, which gives us +5 bonus to charisma. And on our next level, we will be at +6. Now remember, the feat we have, the friend to animals, all of the saving throws. You can see that his saving throws is got +4 with the friend to animals currently. So that is a nice little additional saving throw bonus to have. Okay, so we have to go talk to Irbeth to get Woljif released, because we are going to take him with us. There is a Thiefling chained up in the Defender's Heart. What could you tell me about him? Woljif is a petty thief from a gang of Thieflings operating in Canabras. That's what we call them in these parts. They tried to rob a vendor of magical items recently. Unfortunately, we apprehended only one of them, and the rest managed to escape. We have nowhere else to keep him apart from the Defender's Heart, but that's hardly a prison. Woljif knows it too. He's been begging us for days to let him go free or have someone vouch for him. He's already asked you to put in a good word for him, hasn't he? Irabeth squints at you thoughtfully, then shrugs. If you want to recruit Woljif and put him to good use, go ahead and take him off our guard's hands. We can ill afford to let a soldier spend their days watching over a middling thief. I hope the Tiefling proves useful should you decide to take him along. Thank you. Go. May Iomade keep you safe. Hylar will be very useful and important later on. Now, we could talk to our companions for their stories and stuff like that, but I don't think we want to do that right now. We can do that later on. Pick up that, and apparently I also didn't see this crate here, so we'll pick up that too. And go back down and release Woljif.
Well, Chief, what do you got for me?
I talked to Irbeth and I've decided to make you part of my troop. We will see how it goes.
You must be a smooth talker. Come on, Delvin. Get these bracelets of yours off me. I'm going free.
You're sure to regret this. This tiefling will fleece you for everything you've got. Mark my words.
You're a bitter little man, Delvin. Petty and mean. You can't even be happy for me, can ya? I pity you. I'll leave you alone with your sad little soul. So long. And now, Chief, straight down to business. You see, I'm one of those guys that people around here call Thieflings. We just call ourselves the family. After we knocked over that shop and I got stuck here in the Defender's Heart, a little bird told me that big sister Charisme wanted to see me. That she had some questions to ask me. You following?
No.
Now, she won't be asking me questions like, Woljif, how'd you manage to get out of this one? Or, Woljif, you're so thin, didn't they feed you? No, something serious has gone down, and I just know they want to try to pin something on me. I can feel it in my tail. So, I knew right away that I couldn't go alone. You turned up just in time, Chief. You don't need to do anything when we get there. Just stand behind me and look mean, and I'll handle the rest. Somehow. Let's go, I'll show you the way.
Yeah, this inspires confidence. So we get Woljif into the team. He has 2 masterwork daggers. I'm wondering if I should give him the Claw of Jistka. It does have finesse wielding, so he would apply his dexterity bonus to it. Usually what I do with Woljif is that I make him a ranged character, but I'm not sure if I want to do that right now. Does he have anything that would make him benefit from using his finesse training in dagger? Feats, weapon finesse. Well, that kind of seems to be irrelevant when he has weapon finesse. Yeah, I don't see any issue with giving him the claw. So let's give him that as the primary weapon there. Armor-wise, we don't really have anything that he can use in armor. Oh, they've added a search field. That's also useful. We could give him some spells, but nah, not now. Although I should check his scribed spells because they are probably, and yeah, this is like, what the heck. That seems much better. You also have the ability to get more spells. She hasn't gotten her spells yet. Level 2, yeah, you have level 2 spells as well. Bull Strength. Cure Moderate. That's fine. I'm not going to rest. That is not really necessary for now. Okay, let's head out of the tavern and out into the courtyard. This is new. Gem Golem. Okay. Now this is completely new. This didn't happen the last time I played, so this is something they've added. Prestidigipainter Golem. Happy to be of service. May Shellen brighten and vivify your day. What are you? I am a Prestidigipainter Golem. Many millennia ago I was built by Aslanti clerics of Shellen, the goddess of beauty, to make the world a better place. In my joyful service I have visited many lands, and for the past centuries I have resided at the Temple of Sunrise Chrysanthemums in Tianxia. But then the good clerics saw fit to offer me as a gift to the Mendevian Crusaders, so that you could share in the beauty I can create. Can you do anything useful? My creators granted me the ability to place illusions on various items. I can change their color and texture to make them more beautiful and appealing to the eye. Would you like me to cast an illusion over your armor to make it more green? Green is a very pleasant color, and it would match your eyes. What can you do to help the war effort? I was not designed for any type of combat, yet I can bring beauty and harmony to any type of combat. Is this the transmogrification thing? I want you to cast an illusion on my gear. Happy to be of service. Oh, it is the transmogrification. Well, that's cool. Huh. Doesn't appear to cost anything either. I like that. I'm not going to play with that now, though. Joran Vhane, that's Staunton's brother. He has a lot of things to say, and we're not going to do the talking. The one thing we are going to do is that one, though. So, a grizzled dwarf turns a blade in his calloused hands, carefully inspecting its edge. When he sees you approaching, he sets the blade aside and greets you with a nod. A new face in the city. You picked a good time to come to Gnabrus. As you can see, we're in sore need of warriors. Do you recognize this sword? Do I recognize it? Of course I do. I made this with my own hands. There's my brand, see? The dwarf carefully takes the sword in his hands, gazing at it like a doting father. Oh, Yaniel, things have been tough without you. But at least we've still got your sword. That's something. Joran returns the sword to you. In battle, ordinary swords get blunted, they break. But sometimes a weapon can preserve. I don't even know how to explain it. I'm no authority on these things. But something like an echo of the deeds done with that weapon. Or more like the reflection of the wielder's soul? I don't know. I will say one thing. Take care of that sword. Yaniel may no longer be with us, but the demons will still remember why they need to turn tail and run when they see Radiance. Oh, the scabbard sword worn. We can't be having a fine sword like this being carried around in this tatty thing. I'll make you a new one if you like. If the city stands strong and we both survive, come see me again and I'll have it ready. No charge. Show me your wares. I'll pause the recording here, because I need to go through all the stuff that I have accumulated and sell to him. So I'll be right back. There we go. I sold off a bunch of items, and I also bought a masterwork composite longbow for Lan, since he has 17 strength, so it makes sense for him to use a composite longbow. And we of course want it to be masterwork as well. I am keeping some of the items. Let's see. This is a masterwork dagger. Good. As for Camellia, she's using a cold iron rapier. Good. You're using a cold iron masterwork longsword. And I'm using a masterwork light crossbow. So, yep, I'm happy with this. Let's... there might be a couple of things to loot here, so let's quickly do that. There we go, and let's head on out into the city. I want the order to be like that. Okay, so we can actually go there without having to go through the market square. But I think we'll go to the market square first and foremost. And the market square is large, so this will probably take a couple of episodes to deal with. Okay, so let's see here. I want these two to be the front line. That looks fine. No, I'll tell you everything. Just don't hit me. I never stole nothing. I only just joined the Thieflings. The Tiefling gestures back the way he came, as if that explains something. It was all them, back there. They found an underground passage to the Grey Garrison, and they've been nicking stuff out of there ever since. Low-down thieving toe rags, that's what they are. But I had nothing to do with it, I swear. Brother Gort, is that you? Brother Woljif? I thought you'd pegged it in Erebeth's jail. Happy to see you too. This is new too. Who are you? An honest guy who's fallen in with some bad folks. The Thieflings, the local thieves around here. They forced me to join their gang, but I didn't want to. Just don't hand me over to Erebeth, valiant crusaders. Please, in the name of all the good gods there ever were. Gort here is a new addition to the Thieflings. So far he's swiped around 5,000 gold. He's got a long way to go before he catches up with me, mind. They made me do it. Why are you afraid of me? You're one of them crusaders, aren't you? You lot hate our guts. The Thieflings, I mean. You lock us up and do worse to us. The Tiefling gulps loudly. But I'm not a Thiefling, not really. An underground passage to the Grey Garrison? Tell me more. Right, so the temple round here, the Temple of Iomedae, has a cellar, and a passage leads from it right to the Grey Garrison. The Thieflings, my pals, damn the lot of them, have been using this passage on and off to sell all sorts of stuff to the soldiers in the Grey Garrison. So, when the demons burst into the city, we thought we'd check up on the Grey Garrison to, see how the soldiers were faring, and to offer our assistance. Don't give me that look. This is the first time I'm hearing of this. Thieflings keep secrets from each other too, you know. Can I help you somehow? Yeah, let me go, please. Go on your way. Cheers for letting me go like this. I'll remember you 100 years, I will. I'll name my firstborn after you. Under your stare, the Tiefling falls silent and then runs off. Yeah, they've added some hints to things that is relevant. Which kind of makes sense, I think. Can I delay you?
You won't survive me.
And you can charge, Gort. Good. I don't think he can charge because he doesn't have a clear route to any of them, so let's move him up there. Nice shot, Cal. Nice shot.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
Does any of these have anything to say? No, not really. Okay, so we can build a bridge out of the debris here. That fulfills that quest. Can you charge? Yes. That was a good shot. I wasn't about to loot, but okay. That wasn't too bad. I don't think any of these have anything useful whatsoever, to be honest. Nope. Okay, let's explore this part of the map.
The heartbeat quickens.
It's a shame can't charge. Marauder, Archer, Marauder, and Archer.
Endure this!
That was a very inconvenient camera angle. Okay, I would like to try to take down that guy. Good. Good.
Cover me, all right?
Sneak attacks are quite useful.
I'll cut you wide open.
That's them dealt with. And again, I doubt there's anything useful here. Composite longbows, that's fine. The cart is laden with possessions looted from the surrounding houses. That's atrocious. Imagine looting everything you come over. There. that seems to be that. Okay. Illusionist. Idiot. Darn.
Make every strike count.
Let's go after the illusionist there.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
He's down, so it's fine. That was the last image. That's the Marauder dead. The illusionist is down.
Distract them for me.
That was a rather simple battle as well. Yeah, no, nothing useful here. Okay.
We'll make this quick. She won't feel a thing.
I don't know. Can we really do this?
Listen, we don't have a choice. There are demons everywhere. What else would you have us do?
A group of knights surrounds a young elven girl. She is dressed in rags that barely cover the hideous scars on her body. The beggar girl is on her knees, watching placidly as the people argue heatedly around her. It is as if she doesn't sense the looming threat at all. A black crow flies in agitated circles above her head.
In Iomede's name, we're sorry, girl, but it is our duty. We have to do this, not for our own sake, but for the sake of everyone who can still be saved from the demons. If we don't win this battle, you won't have long to live anyway.
The knight brings his sword up above the girl's head.
They're insane! We've got to do something!
I understand. You're scared. You feel powerless. You think this will help. You don't have to justify yourselves to me. Just do what you've decided to do.
What's going on here?
We...
The knight's hands are shaking.
Our weapons barely scratch the demons' hides. We're sacrificing this girl to Iomede so we can consecrate our weapons with her innocent blood and gain the power to destroy the spawn of the abyss.
Aha.
It's extreme, but we have no other choice. We have to defend this city somehow, or else we'll all perish, including her.
Who told you to do this? This sounds like cultists' work to me.
Good point. Whose idea was this? I think it was yours.
My idea? I was against the whole thing right from the start. Who said we needed to make a sacrifice? Wasn't it you? You can't blame anyone else for that.
Please don't fight! All of you are good people, defenders of the city. You just made a mistake. Please don't hurt them.
The little girl is defending the people who wanted to slaughter her a minute ago. She's either a saint or she's insane. Maybe the two together.
Hey, I know her. I see her all the time on the street. She's a couple of cards short of a full deck, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Hi. Remember when we used to play together when we were little? But then you went and got all big. And I stayed the same for some reason.
Huh? I played with you? Pull the other one.
You did. We played tag and hide and seek. Then you and the bigger boys came up with the game where you all threw stones at me. You laughed so hard, it made me happy too. But then you grew up and went away to do grown-up things. Wanna play with me now?
For the love of... Canabris is too damn small.
Go to the Defender's Heart Tavern, that's where the survivors are gathering. And don't even think of doing anything so disgusting ever again.
Thank you.
The knights hurry away before you can change your mind.
They're gone. And they all lived. I was sure that someone would die today. So many people have died here already. But we are still alive for some reason. Strange, isn't it? But you shouldn't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just a silly girl, really.
I don't think you're an ordinary girl. And that crow you have there, it is not ordinary either.
No, don't be silly. I'm very ordinary. Well, I know different types of tricks, but Soot taught me those. Now Soot here, she truly is unusual. She's clever and she can talk, but only to me. She teaches me magic tricks and lots of other stuff. I don't know what I'd do without her.
Magic tricks, you say? You could prove useful when fighting the demons, and I'll be able to protect you from insane soldiers on the streets. Come with me.
I must have misheard. This girl? Join our party? What could we possibly want with this dirty little beggar?
Oh, shut up, Camellia.
Sure, let's go.
Let's just have a look at her, Yeah. She does have a spell book, but she can do spontaneous casting, so... Okay, into the house! Yep, that is very descriptive. Ah, swarms. I mean, they're not that bad when playing at the difficulty we are, but they are difficult to hit.
The spirits demand your blood.
1 damage.
Time to share your treasures.
And they do that. Normally you want to deal with these with something like Burning Hands. Ember has that, but then I'll Burninate, Woljif, Sela, and Sethlorian, so I don't think that's a good idea. Besides, we're able to deal with them since we're not playing on unfair or anything like that. Seasoned wings and thighs. Let's scribe that immediately so I don't forget. There's a trap here.
I hope you appreciate this.
Come on, you can do it.
I am helpful, am I not?
Hide armor +1. But mostly useless stuff. What's in here? Okay. An incomplete magic circle for a summoning ritual. I don't think we want to do any kind of summoning ritual when there's lots of Baphomet symbols around, so I think we'll leave that well alone. We can destroy it though. Yep, that's a better option. So there was a couple of items here we can loot. There is something over here, a barrel. There is also, oh, that's just the marauders. Some sacks. Oh, that is a lot of stuff. Kaylessa. Well done. The elf hunched up next to you is clutching a small but deep puncture wound. Her appearance is quite remarkable. Her skin is blacker than any Garundi's, her teeth are fanged, and her hair is as grey as a crone's. Her crimson eyes glare at you with a gleam of malice. What are you looking at, soldier? Like what you see? Doubt we'll be able to make that, but take a closer look at her strange appearance. Darn. I would have liked to recognize her as a drow. This elf may have fallen victim to some wicked magic. Curse, maybe? Or did her long service to the forces of darkness twist her appearance in such a gruesome way? I know who you are. You're Kaylessa, a cultist of the Skari. That's a lie. Her crimson eyes flash and she says firmly, I loathe demons and I'll kill any I come across. Take a closer look at the elf. She's clearly holding something back, but she doesn't appear to be lying either. Whatever it is she's hiding, her claim that she hates demons sound quite convincing. Why would Vhane slander you? Rather, you're not lying, but you're not telling me the whole truth. What, was I supposed to pour my heart out? She looks at you defiantly. You have your war, soldier. I have mine. You're fighting chaos and madness, and I am fighting lies and hypocrisy. But we are both willing to die for our cause, aren't we? Why would Vhane slander you? Kaylessa's grim expression hardens further as bleak and unflinching as the words on a tombstone. You're asking questions that are dangerous in and of themselves. I urge you to stop. The more you know about me, the higher the chances that a traitor's dagger will find its way into your back. I believe you. Vhane is at the defender's heart. You should keep clear of the place. It was never my intention to set foot in there. Farewell, soldier, and thank you for believing me.
I found something.
Okay, so that's this side of the rift cleared out, I believe. So we can either go this way or we can get across the rubble. I think we'll just go this way. I have no idea what we're in combat with. Okay, that's what we're in combat with. The camera is behaving very weirdly, as if I'm holding down something, but I'm not.
You are today's sacrifice!
Maybe it was because we entered battle while I was adjusting the camera. And this was mildly annoying. Can I... Thank you. Jeesh. Are we done now? I don't think I need Ember to be up front. I don't even know why the game suggested that she should be up front. She's the least armored of our people. Ramien and Hulrun and 2 Inquisitors. My beloved brother, I admire your zeal, of course, but would you not agree that this is hardly the time to be standing guard over a hole that no one will ever emerge from? Or perhaps you're concerned that someone will decide to go for a nighttime stroll and will accidentally fall into it? Such foresight is laudable, but do you really need so many soldiers for such a task? Can't your warriors be put to better use? For instance, fighting demons or clearing rubble while the people trapped beneath it might still be alive. The face of this golden-curled Aasimar is beautiful even by the standards of his kind, in whose veins run the blood of angels. His melodious voice sounds cheerful, but bitter reproach simmers in his gaze. Don't you dare call me brother, heretic. The signs of recent hard fighting are obvious in this stern old man. His armor is dented and covered in blood, and his unnatural pallor suggests something more dangerous than wounds inflicted by claws and fangs. Nevertheless, his gaze is stony, and his voice, accustomed to barking orders, is harsh and clipped. How dare you accuse me of doing nothing to protect this city, especially now when worshippers of your temple were caught committing treason? To my mind, you are no different than the demon worshippers. Those miscreants, those beasts that are digging under the city walls. Everyone knows, my dear Prelate, that in your zealous pursuit of order in the city, you have long since forgotten how to tell friend from foe and good from evil. That's what happened with my adepts, whose act of treason was a genuine attempt to save the city. And yet again, I am forced to repeat myself. While we are wasting time on pointless quarrels, people are dying under the rubble in our city. People whom we could have saved if you had only set your soldiers to the task and not kept them here, surrounding a useless and utterly harmless hole in the ground. Harmless? Well, if it's on your say-so, then that must mean there is someone down there. Your associates, no doubt. And they're just waiting for us to abandon our posts before they slink out and try again to... The old man notices your approach. And you! I remember you. You appeared in my city the day the demons attacked and Terendelev died. What are you doing here? Answer at once, or I'll have you strung up by your ankles before you know it. Don't think that the demons have wounded me. I still have enough strength to take on 100 of your sort. And what is this hideous creature? Hulrun peers at Lan with suspicion. Lan, at your service. The mongrel ducks his head in a bow. My forebears fought in the First Crusade. I've lived in Canabras my whole life. Haven't ever seen me before? It must be because you don't ever venture into our underground district. We have been meaning to complain to the city authorities that our paving stones have been in need of repair for a long time. The First Crusade? So, you're a mongrel. You obviously know human speech. Surprisingly well, in fact. Alright, let's be off with you. The Prelate looks at you. If he causes any trouble, I shall hold you responsible. Come to think of it, you still haven't told me who you are. Who are you to be asking me such questions? I find it passing strange that you don't already know who I am. Hulrun Shapok, Prelate of Canabras. Inquisitor by the grace of Iomade, Defender of the city by the grace of Her Majesty Queen Galfrey. Against threats from within and without. And as we can see, you've done a sterling job protecting the city. The golden-curled Aasimar flashes a flinty smile. I am Ramien of Edma, prior of the Temple of Desna, which, alas, currently lies in ruins. Wise Hulrun here believes it is vital to guard this hole in the ground from which he is certain demons will emerge at any moment. I have been trying to convince him that the city has far more urgent matters to deal with. For instance, rescuing those currently dying under the rubble. You know what? There may in fact be one matter that is more important than guarding this hole. I've put it off, and look where it's led us. I should have had you hung from the gates back when you dared to defend your gang of delinquent demon collaborators. If the Sarkorians had hanged Arelu Vorlish while they had the chance, there never would have been a war. I won't repeat their mistake. I won't hesitate any longer. Soldiers, seize this scum. Prelate see reason. These are frightening times, but threaten to hang someone without a trial? That is unworthy of a servant of Iomedae. The old man fixes his eyes on Sela. Lest you forget, girl, we may serve the same goddess, but you are not an inquisitor. Don't question the way I choose to serve Iomedae, and I won't question yours. Precisely are you accusing Ramien of, Inquisitor? Treason. Not long before the city was attacked, several followers from his temple tried to secretly access the wardstone and perform an unknown ritual over it. Hulrun is trembling with fury. The wardstone of Kenabres, the gift from Iomedae, the bringer of light, wrought by the hands of her herald, the first in the chain, and followers of that crazy runt of a goddess try to meddle with it using their magic, after hearing a voice in their dreams. My soldiers almost had them caught when Ramien got in the way, allowing the traitors to go to ground. I made a mistake. I didn't have him locked in a cell and interrogated to within an inch of his life. And now, the city lies in ruins. It's time to rectify that mistake. I've told you before, and I'll tell you again, my people foresaw the attack on the city. They knew the wardstone already carried the seed of corruption within itself, and they were simply trying to heal it. I've heard similar claims before. Now, where was it? Ah yes, from Joran Vhane, the traitor who brought down Dresden. The lessons of the past have taught us a great deal, and that is why I never believed you or your mob's lies even for a second. And I was right. Behold, Inquisitor, I bear the gift of an angel who died in the caves below Kenabres. I am no enemy of yours. The old man frowns and whispers something. A prayer or a spell? With each word his face relaxes. You are telling the truth. The light in your hand was wrought by the power of heaven. I will keep an open mind with regard to you, stranger. And later, under less fractious circumstances, I would like to ask you about how you came to receive this gift. But that can wait. Now I must deal with this filth once and for all. Don't lay a finger on him, or you'll have to answer to me. The Aasimar holds up his hands in a placating gesture. Stop! You are the defenders of what remains of Kenabres. Can't you think of anything better to do than be at each other's throats in the ruins of the city? Ramien looks at the Prelate. You are a fool, Hulrun. You're a zealot and a murderer, but you're a fool first and foremost. I told you that the wardstone was weakened. You wouldn't listen. I warned you that the city was going to be attacked. You shooed me away. The truth is that my young adepts were trying to save the wardstone, and you stopped them. Of course, those truly responsible for this tragedy are the demons, but you've done nothing to prevent it. And now you would still rather kill an innocent person and perish yourself than admit that you were wrong, as always. With a wave of his hand, the Aasimar vanishes. He fled, the heretic. He's no doubt expecting me to rush off in pursuit, but that won't work on me. Hulrun turns his attention to you. What about you? If you truly have been marked out for a gift from heaven, this is your chance to save the city. Go and bring back that filthy traitor. I am almost certain that he and his cronies were helping the demons, either knowingly or unknowingly. Their attempt to bewitch the wardstone is clear proof. Ramien must be captured. Why are you obsessed with finding enemies everywhere you look? Why? Why? You must not be from these parts, or you wouldn't have asked such a question. I look for enemies everywhere because our enemies are everywhere. Who are we at war with? Demons. Demons and cultists. They are masters of deception. They worm their way into your favor and masquerade in all manner of false guises. Do you think Dresden was taken by force? No, by trickery. Were it not for me, Kenabres would have gone the same way long ago, captured out from under our noses. Now, listen to what I'm about to tell you. This was a long time ago. I was very young then, and I had just joined the crusade. Back then, Kenabres didn't have a garrison so much as a public thoroughfare, anyone who wanted could just stroll into the city. One day at dawn, a group of refugees came up to the city gate. Bold as brass. The guards let them in, and why not, for no one was ever turned away. 'Twas no matter. Everyone was welcome in our city, if you came from Mendeb, or if you'd hauled yourself here from across the seas. The Crusade accepted all and sundry. But on this occasion, we paid dearly for our laxity. Just as soon as those innocent lambs entered the city, they transformed into demons and rushed toward the wardstone, slaughtering everyone who tried to stop them. 62 people died in less than a minute. The demons used their mutilated corpses to desecrate the obelisk. None of them dared go near it. The light of the goddess burned them all, so they threw the blood from afar, spattering the wardstone from every direction. And the lead demon, an eyeless beast, Minago is her name, jeered and gloated, saying we mortals had been sitting ducks, and the creature was right too. We let our guard down and we got what we deserved. That bloodbath came to be known as the Red Morning Massacre, and it was burned into the townsfolk's memories. Since then, Kenabres has adopted different practices. Heretics, cultists, spies, all the rabble who coveted Arulu's glory. We drove them all out of the city. We haven't had any trouble here since. Many have come here, even the Baylor Koramzadeh, and they have all been sent straight back to where they came from, or else they were killed for their trouble. You see, Daskari himself had to crawl out of the abyss and come here, the goddess curse him, in order to break through our defenses. And what did he do? He left again. And we're still fighting. Now, that is what vigilance and discipline can do. I see you suffered greatly in battle. Nonsense. I had to deal with a brood of Nabazus. It was nothing. I've taken on worse enemies with the goddess's help. Nabazus, also known as death demons, have the ability to drain their victims' life force. Judging by Hulrun's pallor, he has lost a significant amount of his energy. The Inquisitor can bluster as much as he wants, but right now he's far from the peak of his abilities. Ramien really warned you about the attack? Those crazed Desnans were always bursting into my study with their incoherent prophecies that came to them in their dreams. I won't lie, sometimes what they said did come to pass, but can we really rely on the woolly dreams of heretics over the cold, hard facts of intelligence reports? Plenty of demons could have easily fooled them and whispered a treasonous plan in their dreams, and those lunatics would have been only too happy to listen. This time, Mr. Curls-for-Brains came to me and declared that demons were about to attack the city and that the wardstone's power was diminished by some kind of contamination or taint. Iomade forgive me for even repeating the words. After uttering such blasphemy, he should have been locked up along with his followers and interrogated. But instead I simply increased the surveillance on them. And what next? My people caught them red-handed trying to attack the wardstone with unknown magic. And, not 3 days later, the demons attacked the city. There is an obvious connection between these events. Whether deliberately or under demonic influence, the Desnans played right into the hands of Daskari's hordes, and they almost left the city completely defenseless. Ramien covered for his people the whole time and helped them escape by guards. After that, what else can he be but a traitor and a heretic? But there's nothing dangerous in this hole, you have no reason to guard it. You told me yourself that you received a light-bringing gift from an angel who perished in the caves below our feet. It is no secret that those passages are teeming with dangerous creatures that could kill anyone, even a warrior of heaven. Demons and demonic offspring love roaming about underground. That's why I will be keeping an eye on this hole. If the beasts decide to attack from here, we will be ready for them. Where can I find Ramien? How should I know? The weasel can't have gone far, he turned invisible. He's probably hunkered down in some hole like the traitorous little rat he is, and he'll be sitting, trembling and waiting until it's dragged out of there. With a prelate after you, that seems the only sensible thing to do. It's what I'd do. I'm sure lots of things sound sensible to you. Then it works too. As you can see, I'm still alive. 2 seconds. I just had to check something there. Well, I have to go. Go on then if you have to. It would be good if you could return with the head of that scum. Ember peers intently at Hulrun. I remember you. When Father and I arrived in this city, you met us. What is this gibberish? As if I have nothing better to do than arrange meetings with vagrants. But it's true. You and the other knights tied us to stakes and started lighting the bonfire. Father died, and then one of your knights changed his mind and pulled me from the flames, but then he died too. Don't you remember? If you were burned, then it was a good reason. You say some traitor helped you escape from the fire? That is a crime in itself, which means that you have been evading justice all these years. If it weren't for the invasion, I would review your case and see that your sentence was finally fulfilled. You're lucky that we have more important matters to deal with right now. He didn't look the way he does now, all wrinkled and grey. He was young, with a big moustache. Ember smiles broadly and draws a large bushy moustache in the air with her finger. He probably forgot all about me. It was a long time ago. But I do want to say one thing. I'm not cross with him. This knight is a true hero. He just really wanted to protect his city. Only he got all mixed up about who was good and who was evil. Hulrun, you sent an innocent child to be burned at the stake. Don't you want to ask for forgiveness? Hardly. Anyone can look innocent. How did this girl manage to survive the fire? And what about that crow that is always flying around her? I advise you to take a closer look at this innocent little lamb of yours. If you ask me, she looks highly suspicious indeed. You forgive him after what he did to you? He thought he was doing what was right. How do you know? Maybe you've done something thinking it was a good thing, but you were really doing a bad thing that hurt someone. But what if I've done the same thing? You can't get angry at people for making mistakes when you might be no better than them. Let's go, Ember. Yes, let's go. Bye-bye, kind knight. She waves to Hulrun with a carefree smile. Hulrun grimaces and turns away. I must admit, I don't think we are going to leave Hulrun alive, but I mean, the guy is not exactly good. That said, this is definitely a good time to call the episode, so that is what we shall do. As I said, the market square is definitely going to be more than one episode. We have plenty of area left to cover here, so. That said, if you have any questions and or comments, then please do feel free to leave those in the comment section below. And I hope that you enjoyed the episode, and to see you all in the next one.